Informatica Global Customer Support. How to migrate from Informatica Data Quality, IDQ 862, to Informatica 9.0.1. The objectives of this multimedia knowledge base article are: to import plans from IDQ client repository, to edit migration.properties file for successful migration, to create projects and folders in Informatica Developer to migrate the plans, to migrate IDQ plans into Informatica 9.0.1 server, to import migrated plans into the Informatica repository from the developer tool, and to view import and migration logs for the corresponding IDQ client and server. To migrate from IDQ 862 to Informatica 9.0.1, Informatica provides a batch file, IDQ migration.zip, that you can use to export the contents of an IDQ 862 repository to a 9.0.1 model repository service, MRS. The batch files perform the following tasks: exports the IDQ repository contents to the file system in XML format, converts the IDQ 862 processes to transformation, maplet, and mapping XML, copies user-defined reference data files to the file system, and writes the copied reference data to reference tables in Informatica 9.0.1 MRS and staging area. The IDQ migration.zip file contains the following files: client package. Use this file to export the IDQ 862 repository contents and copy reference dictionary data to the file system. The batch processes, compresses and saves the files in a format legible for the server import batch file. Server import. Use this file to extract and write reference metadata into the Informatica 9.0.1 MRS and staging database. The file also saves the plan metadata in a format legible to Informatica 9.0.1 MRS. It does not write the plan metadata to the model repository. You will have to manually import the plan metadata migrated mappings.xml to the MRS. You can complete the data quality 9.0.1 migration process by importing the XML to the model repository through Informatica Developer tool. The migration process converts all Informatica data quality 862 plans to 9.0.1 mappings. Some sources, targets, and transformations in the migrated plans are converted directly in Informatica 9.0.1 MRS, and some are converted to multiple objects or to maplets. Please note that you can upgrade or migrate only from IDQ 862 to 9.0.1. If you have earlier versions of IDQ installed, first upgrade to IDQ 862, before upgrading or migrating to 9.0.1. To start the IDQ migration, first extract the contents of IDQ migration 9.0.1.zip file and open the IDQ migration 9.0.1 folder. In this folder, run the client package.bat from the command prompt to import all the plans from the IDQ client repository. Run.sh file, for Unix. Ensure that the package is created successfully. The package and stage folder, along with their corresponding log files, IDQ client migration and server migration, will be created in the same folder. Open the package directory to view the migrated IDQ plans. The migration package.zip file contains the exported IDQ plans and dictionaries. Open the package report.html to view the report of the IDQ client import. The dictionaries from the IDQ client repository are displayed in this report. Back in the migration folder, open IDQ client migration.log file, created corresponding to the IDQ client migration, for more details on the client migration process. The log displays the details. To continue with the IDQ migration, you will have to modify the migration properties file. Open the configs folder to configure the properties. In the configs folder, open and edit the migration properties to specify the properties used by both client package and server import. Specify the Informatica 9.0.1 server information, including username, password, domain connection details etc., depending on your domain. Set the Informatica client locale property. By default it is set to English. Specify the EDR port number. The port number can be found from the node meta.xml file, in the Informatica Server 9.0.1/isp/config folder. And then specify Informatica 9.0.1 server host name against EDR host. For the RTM properties, set the rtm.map_rtm and RTM and port set properties accordingly. For example, set RTM map_rtm to yes if you want to map all the dictionaries to reference tables. Specify the RTM host. This is the same host as the Informatica server. The RTM port is same as the EDR port number. Specify the node name where the Informatica 9.0.1 server is running. You can find the node name from the Informatica administrator. Similarly, specify the model repository service name. Then, specify the user project name, the root dictionary, the content project name, and the content root dictionary name. Specify the staging database connection details in this section. You can get the connection details from the Informatica administrator. Log into the Informatica administrator and create a connection with the name staging. Oracle, ODBC, MS SQL Server and MySQL relational connections are supported for the staging database. Specify the staging database connection name in the migration properties file, and save the file. Then, before migrating the plan, launch Informatica Developer, connect to the MRS, and create a project with the same name as specified in the migration properties file. To create a project, right-click on the MRS and go to New Project. Provide a name for the project. It should be same as the project name in the migration properties file. And click Finish. Then create a folder under the project. To create a folder, right-click on the project and go to New Folder. In the New Folder dialog, provide a name for the folder. The folder name should be same as the RTM user root directory in the migration properties file. And click Finish. Now, create another project for the content files. Right-click on the MRS, go to New Project. In the New Project dialog, provide a name for the project. The name should be same as the RTM content project in the migration properties file. Select the Create as Shared checkbox and click Finish. Then, create a new folder for this project. To create a folder, right-click on the project and go to New Folder. In the New Folder dialog, provide a name for the folder. The name should be same as RTM content root directory in the migration properties file. And click Finish. To continue with the migration on the server side, run the server import.bat file for Windows from the command prompt. For Unix, use the server import.sh. After the server import is completed successfully, the migrated mappings.xml file will be present in the output folder. The migrated mappings.xml file in the output folder contains all the imported plans and RTM tables. And the migration reports folder contains an HTML report for each plan imported into Informatica 9.0.1 server. Go to the server migration report.html for details on all the plans for the server import. The imported plans are displayed here. The RTM log files, are present in the RTMCLI logs folder. Now, to import the migrated plans, migrated mappings.xml, to the Informatica repository, open the Developer tool and go to Files, Import option. Select Object Import File, and click Next. Click Browse, against file name, to import the migrated file. Then, click Browse, against Location, to select the location where the dictionary files have to be imported. Select the location, and click OK. Click Next. The plans and the dictionary files displayed here will be similar to the files in the previous IDQ repository version. These files will be imported to Informatica 9.0.1 repository. After the import is completed successfully, the reference tables will be added to the used folder, under Dictionaries. Open the new project folder, to view all the imported mappings. The IDQ plan will be imported as mappings in Informatica MRS. Click on the newly created mapping to see the details. In this multimedia knowledge base article, you have learned importing plans from IDQ client repository, editing migration properties file for successful migration, creating projects and folders in Informatica Developer to migrate the plans, migrating IDQ plans into Informatica 9.0.1 server, importing migrated plans into the Informatica repository from the Developer tool, viewing import and migration logs for the corresponding IDQ client and server. If you have any feedback on this multimedia knowledge base article, please email your comments to kb_feedback@informatica.com. Thank you.